Live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight, our analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Ali LaForce. Looking now at some numbers for Lauri Markkanen.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
So the Houston starting 5. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1 spot. And for the Jazz, Markkanen and Kessler are the big men. Vyacheslav Mikhailuk is out there with Keontae George. And it's Hendricks in at the 3, the small forward. 2 elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
Now here's Durant. And a missed layup. Here's George. Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Hendricks. Here's Markkanen. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, Grant.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player. So it definitely runs in the family.
First one falls. And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, Grant.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
Markkanen hits them both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
A moment to hear from Ali LaForce.
Will Hardy gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Coach and I talked about what it's like competing against Kevin Durant, and he said his attention to detail, his dedication to the craft, it's second to none. You have to have your A game because nobody loves ball more than Kevin Durant. It brings out the best of you as an opponent, too. It's no secret KD is obsessed with basketball. Brian, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Ali. First quarter, just over a minute played. Thompson outside. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Durant. Lets it go from deep. Gets the 3 to fall.
And Durant focuses on taking high percentage threes, which is why he's so efficient from there.
Here's Mikhailuk. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Here's Hendricks, guarded by Durant. Back to Mikhailuk. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Van Vliet misses.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
Here's Mikhailuk. It's hauled in by Houston. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
Houston shooting their first free throw of the contest. And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
Here's Hendricks. 10 points in his last outing.
And this is inexcusable. The defense must force Markkanen further away from the rim.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now here's Durant. Shoots. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Durant's got 5 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's MyLeague. Pass to George. 5 to shoot. Tipped. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. Okay, a moment to check out the league leaders in steals. 5th, Amin Thompson.
And he's such a plus defensively for his team. Those steal numbers scare opponents and lead to fast break buckets.
Clock at 2. Marking it from long range.
Look, that's some great defense from Smith. He can be a top-level defender in this league.
The kick out to Van Vliet. Pass to Şengün. Houston working the ball around. Utah grabs the miss.
Well, despite some uneven shooting for them, they're still out in front.
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender. Poor guy.
Well, something that's fun to track every season, Richard. Which players are having a breakout year?
And we usually see it with the younger players, but I especially love seeing it from guys that have been in the league. Normally, it's about finding the right situation.
And the Rockets have had success adding veteran leadership to their young roster, RJ.
And that's a great lesson in roster building. It's always beneficial to have adults in the room, experienced guys who can set positive examples for younger players.
Now here's Van Vliet. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Sinks the tray. Durant's got 8 points.
Making that tricky shot from the corner look so simple. That's just a bucket for Durant.
The Jazz have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. MyLeague, the pass to George. Kessler, a screen on Van Vliet. Now here's Markkanen, covered by Smith. Jacks up a 3, and Lauri Markkanen, good for 3. 7 points in the game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Van Vliet, still without a bucket. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pass to MyLeague, stolen by Thompson. And laid in to finish off the break.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 1. And here's Markkanen. 4-3. George's shot is off. The Rockets have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Smith. Durant against Markkanen. The 11-footer. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Şengün finds Van Vliet. Another shot. Now here's Smith. And here's Thompson for 3. The rebound by Markkanen. The Jazz have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Here's Hendricks. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Grant. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have 2 gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And Houston making a change here. Eason's checked in. And he makes both free throws. And probably one of the least favored opponents to take on around the league, the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, they're so well coached. They're physical. They're aggressive defensively. They're monsters on that glass. They'll take something out of you.
Now here's Eason. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Here's Van Vliet. Utah grabs the miss. This is the first they're seeing of Houston. George against Van Vliet. And here's George. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Here's Mikhailuk, defended by Thompson. The shot by Mikhailuk, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, looking so comfortable out there on the perimeter. Smith has really invested in getting this shot dialed in.
Utah trailing here. George with it, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. And that one's good. Markkanen.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Houston has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Van Vliet, the pass to Thompson. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Kessler.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
That free throw misses. A different look here for Utah. Nurkic is checked in for Kessler. Bailey comes in for Mikhailuk. And it's Collier in for George. And then for Houston, Finney-Smith checked in for Alperen Şengün. And it's Shepard in for Van Vliet. He hits the second from the line. Utah has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Here's Collier. Pass to Bailey. Here's Nurkic. Utah moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hendricks. And there's the call on Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Adams checked in for Houston. Well, the Rockets shooting around 40% early on here. Pass to Shepard. Outside, Finney-Smith. Thompson outside. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. Thompson's got 5 now.
The fancy dribbling from Thompson. I mean, showing he's not afraid to take some risk on offense.
For Utah, they've gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Guys, back over to you.
They are bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 16 so far. Pass to Thompson. Now Finney-Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thompson in the post. 5 points in the game. The shot that time not on target. Here's Nurkic. The rebound by Shepard.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Outside, Finney-Smith. Pass to Shepard. The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance. And the Rockets lead by 3.
And if you're looking for the game's next great shooter, keep an eye on Shepard. This kid is special. Switch.
Here's Collier. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. Sensabaugh comes in for Hendricks. And a change for the Rockets. Okogie's checked in for Thompson. Now here's Adams. No points so far. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. Taking a look at Houston. Here in the early going, they're in 8th place. And checking out Utah, 5 games back. And there's the call on Tari Eason. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Bailey, coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Count that one.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Houston has gone 4 of 8 from outside in this first quarter. And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. He needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous. Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
There's a screen by Nurkic. Pass to Filipowski. Shot clock at 6. Here's Sensabaugh. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Houston in the lead. Now Easton. 56 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Shepard. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Shepard's got 5 now.
And not only can he burn you from deep, Shepard is also skilled inside. Just great work there.
43 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's Collier. Pass to Bailey. Inside. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Collier. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. 6 points for him. And the Rockets shooting 45% from the field in this first. Here's Shepard. He's got 5. To the middle. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, the defender really went after him.
It's his first trip to the line. No good on that one. And he's good on the second. It could go. No good there. Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for the Rockets. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Rockets.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
Utah trailing here. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Bailey. Then there's Collier. And it's George in at the 2. That's the group for Utah, getting going in the second.
Nurkic with the midi.
Houston has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Pass to Finney-Smith. To the paint. And Şengün gets it to go. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Here's Filipowski. Back to George. Pass to Nurkic. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Nurkic has got 4 points this quarter. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Shepard. Here's the pick. Left side, Finney-Smith. Launches the 3. And it's Shepard missing. Utah shooting 56% today. Pass to George. Back to Filipowski. It's George on the wing. Launches it. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Rockets trail by 3. Here's Okogie. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Şengün, the screen. Good on the shot.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Pass to George. Now Nurkic, defended by Şengün. Nurkic passes to George. And George with the jam.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
For Houston, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Now Şengün. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Utah has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Here's Collier. Just 5 on the clock. George passes to Bailey. That 3's off the mark. The Rockets trail. Outside Finney-Smith. Back to Okogie. Nurkic against Eason. The 3 is up. The rebound by the Jazz. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
It's just so difficult to win when you waste as many chances at the line as they did.
Oh, that is well said. They're being handed free points and just couldn't convert.
Here's Okogie. Yet to see a basket. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Here's Collier. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists in the game.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Markkanen's checked in for Utah. And then for Houston, Durant comes in for Finney-Smith. And it's Thompson in for Okogie. And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for the Rockets. It's a three-point game. Houston working the ball around. Here's the three. The Rockets with another miss. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Collier. Give him 8 points now. Şengün with a steal. Thompson outside. Pass to Durant. Back to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Durant. From deep. Yes, sir! The smooth stroke of Kevin Durant.
Nice start for him beyond the arc. He's already hit 3 triples, and I'm pretty sure there's more to come.
Here's Collier. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Now Nurkic. It's George on the wing. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Wing shot on the way. That's good from Collier on the assist by George. Collier's got 4 points this quarter.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Good.
And that's where Şengün does the majority of his scoring. I mean, he's a problem down low.
The Jazz have gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. George against Thompson. Here's Markkanen. The rebound by Shepherd. The Rockets have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second.
Such a skilled shooter. Reed Shepherd, one of the reasons they're excited about his future.
Jazz trail by 3. The third pick in the 2024 NBA draft. Reed Shepherd didn't see as much action as he would have liked his rookie year, RJ.
BA, he only played in 52 games, averaging about 12 minutes. Reed did get time in the G League, but listen, Rockets were a number 2 seed. It is tough to crack those rotations.
Houston shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And that one misses. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
And Houston making a change here. Smith's checked in.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. A different look here for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Nurkic. Hendricks comes in for Bailey. And Mikhailuk subbed in for Collier. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Van Vliet's checked in. Jazz trail by 5. Now here's George. He's got 7. Markkanen outside. They need this. A show of force by Markkanen to get through.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall. He's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
And here's Durant, coming off a 28-point game against the Golden State Warriors. George in the post, guarded by Van Vliet. It's an even 3-on-3 break. The 3 from Thompson, the rebound by the Jazz. Here's Mikhailuk. He's scoreless. George with it. Pass to Kessler. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Jabari Smith. Utah shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Eason's checked in for Alperen Şengün. And he sinks the second. And here are the Rockets now. Thompson outside. Durant inside. Oh, Durant playing big in the paint.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Now George. 7 points in the game. Kessler up top. To the inside. Here's Mikhailuk. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. And the second free throw is good. The Rockets lead by 3. Outside Eason. Pass to Durant. Shot clock at 5. 3-pointer. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got 4 rebounds now.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
George passes to Kessler. George against Van Vliet. George, no good. And Van Vliet has got the ball here for the Rockets. 3-point lead. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Fred Van Vliet is a leader for the Rockets. Their coach, Ime Udoka, says Fred sometimes goes against his natural inclination, playing the good cop because Ime himself is so hard on them, but adds, Fred is a grumpy dude. He always finds something to be mad at. We need that with our team. Back over to you.
They love his disposition. All right, Allie, thank you. And the Jazz with possession here. The Rockets getting their last shot to go. And it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Now here's Van Vliet. Still no points. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Utah making a switch here. Collier's checked in. Finney-Smith's checked in for the Rockets. Jazz trail by 5. Here's Collier. He's got 10. Marking it outside. Over Finney-Smith. Inside Markkanen with the size and power.
Well within Markkanen's range. Lowry is so comfortable with his jumper.
From 13, Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Hendricks. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here's Smith. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And this is exactly what Smith loves to do, wreaking havoc on opposing defenses and scoring through contact.
And this is his second attempt at the line tonight. That's good from Smith.
You gotta like how energetic Jabari Smith is. A young guy who is fired up and ready to prove to the entire league just how good he can be.
Here's Collier. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Collier. 6 to shoot. The 3-ball. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Van Vliet. From the arc, fires in the triple. And now it's a 9-point Houston lead.
Set him up properly. Van Vliet will knock that down.
We've got 1:23 left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Markkanen. Back to Mikhailuk. And here's Markkanen. He's marked by Finney-Smith. 5 on the clock. The height on Markkanen's jumper. Wow.
And offensively, Markkanen is in the zone. He's using his size well, and the defense hasn't had an answer.
Thompson finds Smith. Pass to Finney-Smith. Some solid defense from Markkanen. Jazz trail by 7. Here's Kessler. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Fires the 3. Durant pulls it in.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Van Vliet left side. Smith outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Mikhailuk. Pass to Collier. Up in time. And so it's the Houston Rockets closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. We'll be right back after this word.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story. Things are going well for the Houston Rockets.
Some teams just play slow and methodical. These guys have taken the F1 approach. Faster, faster.
Didn't know you were into race cars, big fella. You taking me to Monaco?
I got room on the plane, Ernie.
Oh, let's just drive. Moving on, in our game, here are the top performers so far.
These two guys we thought they'd bring in tonight, it has been brought, playing with no fear.
Can't forget about your teammates, though. Got to keep them involved, too.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Here's Mikhailuk. Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. KD and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Van Vliet runs the show with Thompson to his side. And it's Şengün in at the center position. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Fred VanVleet.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
That's good from George. George hits them both. Houston leading by 5. And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And right here on the 2K leaderboard, the best rebounding teams of the past 10 games. In the 3rd spot, the Jazz.
And over the last 10 games, this team has brought it to the glass. Everyone is getting involved and trying to help one another secure boards.
Now here's Markkanen. Pass to Kessler. Here's George. Good D by Şengün. Well, the Rockets shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. And you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. He throws his weight around. But what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
And here's VanVleet. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Fires it. The rebound by Markkanen.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Pass to George. Now here's Kessler. Back to George. Clock at 4. Over VanVleet. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Houston leading by 3. Durant, pass to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Punishing the rim right there. Şengün.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Smith against Markkanen. It's hauled in by Houston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. VanVleet outside. Smith passes to Durant. Off target from outside. Jazz trail by 5. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the 3rd quarter. Here's Markkanen going inside. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the 3rd quarter.
A nice shot by Smith.
And there's the length of Smith at work. Playing big on the interior.
And it's Utah with the ball. George outside. Kessler, a screen on VanVleet. Pass to Markkanen. Tipped away. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe.
One shot.
That's good from Smith.
What I like about Smith is that he impacts the game whether he is scoring or not.
The Rockets lead by 8. Thompson with it. 7 points in the game. And here's VanVleet from the arc. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Jazz trail by 11. Now George. 9 points in the game. Down low. Pass to Mikhailuk to halt the run. And he gets it back. George outside. Thompson with a steal. Jumps up. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Van Vliet against George. Pass to Markkanen. Clock at 6. And George gets it to go on the assist by Markkanen. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close range look.
The Rockets lead by 11. Now here's Van Vliet. Give him 8. Durant looking around. Ooh, the defense just making it easy for Durant.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
The Jazz have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. George passes to Kessler. It's George on the wing, guarded by Van Vliet. The baseline J is on the way. Markkanen misses. The Rockets have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Thompson, that one a little long. Jazz trail by 13. Mikhailuk, the pass to George. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Amin Thompson. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Houston.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
Grant, you're involved with helping the NBA grow the game globally. How important are those initiatives?
You know, BA, it's very important to watch how the game has grown over the last 30 years that I've been connected with the NBA is quite staggering. But there's more work to be done. So every initiative, every appearance, every camp, every game is so vitally important as we continue to spread the game of basketball all over the world.
Now here's Durant. 17 points in the game. Şengün, the screen. Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. Can't get it to drop. Good D by Kessler. Here's Hendricks. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Hendricks has got 9 points. Houston leading by 9. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Jazz on D. They trail by 9. The 3 from Thompson. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got his 8th rebound here tonight. George against Van Vliet. With the floater. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 8 rebounds in the game.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
He's committed only 1 turnover through halftime, but he has been far more careless with the ball in the second half.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Eason comes in for Durant, and it's Shepard in for Van Vliet. Here's Hendricks. 9 points in the game. And yep, it's good. Hendricks has got 6 here in the quarter.
He saw a path to the rim, and he took it. The defense just couldn't stop him.
Here's Shepard. Thompson outside. Pass to Shepard. Houston working the ball around. For 3, Smith. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Yeah, a prolific scorer from all 3 levels. Smith showing off here tonight.
Here's George. He's got 13. Markkanen outside. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Markkanen's got 19 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. 9-point game. Pass to Kessler. Back to George. Markkanen against Eason. 5 to shoot. Fades and shoots. Again, Utah good for 2.
At 7 feet, Markkanen can shoot right over you. Good defense right there, but just not enough.
Here's Shepard. Smith right side. Şengün passes to Smith. Another 3 from Houston.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Utah with the ball after Houston's 3-pointer on the other end. Pass to Mikhailuk. Second chance effort. Here's Kessler. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got 9 rebounds now. The Rockets lead by 10. To the middle. Here's Smith. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And a new group getting ready for Utah. Nurkic has checked in for Kessler. Bailey comes in for Hendricks. Sensabaugh is checked in for Mikhailuk. And it's Collier in for George. And then for Houston, Steven Adams checked in for Şengün. Finney-Smith comes in for Smith. And Okogie is subbed in for Amen Thompson. Here's Bailey. No points yet. Pass to Collier. Now here's Markkanen. Defended by Eason. Markkanen misses. The Rockets lead by 12. To the wing, right side. Here's Shepard. Give him 8 points now. Here's Okogie. 3-pointer. Rebounded by the Jazz. Markkanen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Collier. Takes the 3. Eason pulls it in. Houston has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Now Adams. And stolen by Markkanen. Here's Collier. Can't cash it in from close range.
and he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Okogie's shot is off.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Nice shot by Finney-Smith.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Jazz trail by 15. There's 1:59 left in the third quarter. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Bailey. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 6. Here's Sensabaugh. And here's Bailey for 3. Adams grabs the miss. To the paint. Eason, pass to Okogie. Houston working the ball around. Left side Eason. Outside Finney-Smith. Utah grabs the miss. Pass to Sensabaugh. 1:10 left in the third.
Kick it out, kick it out.
Here's Collier. Markkanen sets a screen. To end the drought. Yes! Markkanen from deep.
And I want to see Markkanen continue to shoot from deep because he's a quality sniper with impressive range.
Markkanen against Eason. The shot comes out. Nurkic with some nice D. Jazz trail by 12. Pass to Collier. 30 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Bailey. He's marked by Finney-Smith. And there's Bailey. That one's good. On the assist by Markkanen.
Unleashes the bounce pass. An accurate assist.
We've got 22 seconds left in the third. Here's Shepherd. Give him 8. To the inside. And stolen by Markkanen. Got it up. Jabari Smith has been leading the charge for Houston, providing the scoring punch right now, putting up a cool 22. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. We've got Keontae George. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Jusuf Nurkic. Then it's Bailey, and it's Collier in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Yep, that one's good. And the Rockets lead by 12.
This is where Şengün can really hurt you because he's so big and long.
Pass to Collier. Good D by Şengün. And Houston is shooting 52% from the floor so far. Here's Shepherd. Now Şengün, defended by Nurkic. Şengün, no good. And it's Utah with the ball. Inside, here's Filipowski. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
To the middle. Got a piece of it. Here's George with the drive. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. And there's the call on Jusuf Nurkic. That'll be a second foul of the game. All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Holiday is checked in. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Şengün, the screen. Now here's Holiday. He's closely guarded. Şengün, a screen on George. 6 to shoot to the left wing. Here's Eason. The Rockets with another miss. Jazz trail by 10. George passes to Bailey. Here's Collier. He's covered by Holiday. Pass to Bailey. Here's Collier. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And here's Shepard for 3. Nails it from 3. And the Rockets lead by 13.
Well, Shepard can really spin it from distance, and he doesn't need a lot of room to launch it.
For Utah, they've gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. There's a screen by Nurkic. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. Right side, Eason. Fires for 3. Drills it from deep. Eason's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
George outside. Right at the free throw line. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
Now here's Holiday. The D's right on him. Here's Eason. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Jazz trail by 17. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Pass to Nurkic. Shakes him. And he lays it up and in.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And it's Holiday with the ball for the Rockets. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Şengün, the screen. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
What balance from Şengün there. He is terrific at brushing off contact on the way up.
For Utah, they've gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Remember, they had 0 turnovers at the half. It's been a very different story so far since the break.
For the Jazz, Kessler, he's checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. Markkanen comes in for Filipowski. And Hendricks is subbed in for Bailey. And then for Houston, Durant comes in for Finney-Smith. And it's Thompson in for Holiday. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. It's Thompson, high post, working on George. It's Thompson, high post. Back to Şengün. Stolen by Kessler. Here's the break. Here's Hendricks. Hits a three-pointer. Hendricks has got 9 points here in the second half.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Houston leading by 14. Here's Shepard. Here's Thompson. Nails the 16-footer. And 11 points for Amen Thompson.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check.
Here's Collier. Pass to Markkanen. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on Tari Eason. First free throw is good.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. And so he makes both from the line.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Pass to Şengün. The kick to Durant. On the wing, Durant. Şengün, a screen on George. Durant. And it's blocked by Kessler. It's George on the wing. Over Şengün. They get it back. And it's rejected. Pass to Thompson. Back to Smith. Eason inside. Working on George. Thompson outside. He drops it from range. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Draining his first 3 of the game. No doubt hoping to build up a little momentum from outside.
Kessler, a screen on Thompson. Marking it outside. Here's Collier. Utah moving the ball around. Out left to the wing. To the left side wing. Just 4 to shoot. Marking it outside. Fires from deep. Utah with another miss. Houston leading by 17 to the inside. George with a steal. Thompson with a steal. Smith with it. Picked up by Markkanen. Here's Durant. That one's wide left. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. From 13, and that one's good. Markkanen's got 12 points in just the second half.
He's shooting well, doing his best to keep this offense in gear, but he hasn't had a lot of support.
The control KD has from any spot on the floor, that's what makes him different.
For Utah, they've gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter. Markkanen outside. Oh, tough basket from Markkanen.
Rising to the challenge. He's given them everything he's got.
And so Thompson will bring it up for the Rockets. Pass to Şengün. Outside Durant. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from the line. Durant with another miss. Jazz trail by 15. George for 3. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds in the game.
He's not making much of an impact from deep. His sole three-pointer came in the first half.
It's good. Smith's got 24.
Well, he's used to the spotlight, and Smith's grabbing plenty of attention tonight. What a performance.
Now here's George. Markkanen outside. Back to George. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Collier. Markkanen for 3. Second chance shot. And the nice bucket inside from Kessler.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Outside Durant. Back to Thompson. Outside Eason. Here he goes. It's hauled in by Collier.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense. Didn't get to the line in the first half, but since the break, he's been in attack mode. Great adjustment.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Mikhailuk's checked in for Collier, and the Rockets making a change here as well. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Eason. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And he drops the first. George hits them both. Houston leading by 13. Now Van Vliet. Şengün, a screen on George. Now Şengün. The help from Markkanen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The three is in!
Things are heating up for him behind the arc. He only had 1 3 in the first half, but now he's up to 3 in the second.
And here's George. Markkanen outside. Beyond the arc. Markkanen stretching the floor.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Durant. Oh, touches it off the glass.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something that everyone knows or should know. When Durant turns it on, there is no slowing him down. That's how lethal of a scorer he is in NBA history.
Down by 15. George with it. Markkanen outside. 6 on the shot clock. Ooh, the three doesn't go. Houston leading by 15. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Smith with a screen on George. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Utah's gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Rockets.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Jabari Smith.
It's hard to think of a part of the game where he didn't play a major role, mentally, physically. I mean, he showed us what he's capable of when he's feeling his best.
Here's Van Vliet, following the 3 by Utah. Outside Durant. Oh, the shot is off. Now Markkanen tosses it up. It's cleared away by Thompson. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Jabari Smith.